For decades, the world's smartest minds were completely willing to suspend disbelief for a fairy tale.
In the winter of 1920, a young woman was hauled out of a freezing canal in Berlin.
She had no identification, deep lacerations, and an active refusal to speak a single word about who she was. Shipped off to an asylum, she spent months staring at the ceiling until a fellow patient made an astonishing observation. The patient pointed to a magazine spread of the murdered Romanov dynasty and whispered that the girl in the bed looked like a Grand Duchess.
That accidental comparison birthed one of the most enduring and seductive hoaxes of the 20th century. The silent patient slowly transformed into Anna Anderson, a woman claiming to be Anastasia, the youngest daughter of the last Russian Tsar. Firm, closing the door on doubt, every historical record pointed to a brutal, complete end to the Romanov bloodline. Yet, elite European aristocrats, exiled Russian courtiers, and wealthy benefactors lined up to pay for Anna's luxury hotels. It wasn't because her proof was airtight. In fact, her memory was notoriously fractured. She couldn't speak fluent Russian, and she struggled with basic details of palace etiquette.
She spent decades embroiled in sprawling, absurd civil lawsuits across German courts just to legally establish her identity.
Intrigued by sheer stubbornness, legal defeat, and skeptical journalists, her conviction never wavered for a single second. And here is the part that most modern retellings gloss over. The people funding her lifestyle didn't actually care if she was a fraud. For the surviving Russian nobility, accepting Anna meant keeping a shimmering piece of their lost empire alive. She was a living, breathing character in a tragedy they desperately wanted to edit with a happier final chapter. The press loved her because conflict sells newspapers, and the public loved her because a survivor beats a massacre every single time. Comment below what you think you would have done in the 1920s when faced with a grieving royal claimant. What Anna Anderson unlocked is a powerful glitch in human psychology known as confirmation bias. When an outcome is emotionally devastating, our brains actively hunt for anomalous data points to contradict it. If a claimant knows a few obscure family nicknames, the believer throws out the mountain of contradictory evidence. The German legal battles dragged on for over 40 years, resulting in a baffling judicial stalemate. Pivoting sharply to the resolution that Anna hadn't proven her case, but science eventually had the final word. Years after her death in 1984, hospital tissue samples were matched against living relatives of the Romanovs. The DNA proved conclusively that Anna Anderson was actually Franziska Szankowska, a missing factory worker from Poland. The Grand Duchess was ordinary cloth after all, spun from industrial Europe rather than imperial gold. We protect our illusions fiercely because reality is often too bleak to bear without a struggle. If you enjoy unmasking the stories we tell ourselves, subscribe for more historical investigations.